everybody, to All About the Girls, the podcast. This month's guest, and in a fun collaboration, is Tasha Eizinger, former teacher turned public speaker, podcast host, and author. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. This is so fun.
I feel like we're gonna. Thank you. I feel like we're gonna talk for a year.
I know.
It's gonna be like the funnest thing in the whole world, and we're just gonna talk forever.
I love it. Yeah.
So dive in. For those that don't know you, kind of give the basics of, what I just introduced. Former teacher, turned all of these incredible outward-facing things. How did you get there? Like that. Tell me your elevator speech, if you will.
I'm so bad at the elevator speech.
Is this thing on?
Yeah. So basically, I'm still teaching.
Okay.
Just in my own way. It's not in the classroom, right? So I taught for 4 years. I got out because I had some very serious health issues and really had to reevaluate, like, what am I going to do with my life? And got into network marketing. I stumbled into it.
Okay.
That's where I learned I actually love public speaking. The first time I did it, it was like 1,200 people, microphone, on a stage, terrified.
I bet with a crowd that big, you're like, that's not just like dipping a toe.
No. I mean, my heart's racing just remembering. Like, it was so scary and exciting, but you can connect with so many people at the same time.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. And kind of make a big impact very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. So I got a taste of that. And then I also learned I love business.
Okay.
I was like, well, that's a plot twist. I'm a classroom teacher.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I did. And so I got my feet wet, if you will, in that. And then the company I was a part of was an incredible experience. One of the best decisions I've ever made in my life.
And this is the network marketing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think people should try it. You learn a lot.
I was going to ask you, and I don't want to take 100 tangents, but for those that don't know what that means, give a little background on network marketing and what that looks like for them so they can kind of place it to maybe someone they know or a job that they're aware of.
Okay, so basically, once you find a product or a service that you love,
sure,
that's the ideal way to do it, then you want to tell everybody about it. Mm-hmm. And every time you do that, you make money. So think Amway,
Mary Kay,
Shackley, Mary Kay, right?
Shackley's a great one, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's cringy in a lot of ways, but my product changed my life.
Well, and
so
I think
I really wanted everybody to know about it.
Yeah.
Right?
And when you have a love for a product like that, like I have a friend, I've talked about her 100 times, Sharina, she sells Mary Kay.
Yeah.
She really loves the products and showing them to other ladies. Like, that's so fun for her.
Yeah.
So for her, it works perfectly. It's not at all my thing.
Right.
I'll buy her products because I want to support her, and I do like them. I would never want to do that.
Yeah,
but it works for her. She loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved the product. I loved the people. I loved the stories of impacting lives. I mean, that's why people become teachers typically, right?
Absolutely.
Is to impact lives. So it was a really good fit. And the company I was a part of, and the team in particular, was really big into reading all these, self-help books. We called them personal development.
Yeah.
But at first I was resistant to it because I'm an optimist. I'm like, I don't need self-help books. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I dove in, and there's a quote, "What's a big shot? It's just a little shot that kept shooting."
I love that. That's great.
And I'm short. I'm 5'2.5". My dad used to always tell me, dynamite comes in small packages. Like, I loved that quote. Tuck it back in my mind, had forgotten about it, had read hundreds of books. Years later, I was able to have my daughter. And for whatever reason, when she was 1 month old, I was like, "You're such a big shot. What's a big shot? It's just a little shot that kept shooting."
That's like your little motivational quotes to her. Yeah.
I was like, why do I keep saying this? So it spiraled into a picture book series.
Okay. So this is where the author piece comes in.
Yes, I wrote it for her, and as a former teacher, I'm like, other kids need these books.
Absolutely.
And so
probably everyone needs these books.
That's my sneaky school for adults.
Yes.
Like, I love it when a grown-up reads it and they're like, yeah, I needed that reminder. And then it turned into podcasting as well, which I started before the pandemic. Our internet was horrible.
Sure.
Absolutely horrible. Where we lived, it doesn't make any sense, but it was just bad Wi-Fi, so the interviews were terrible at the beginning of my Diary of a Dreamer.
Sure.
We would be talking over each other in the recording. So anyways,
because it's laggy and such. Yeah, darn it.
It was so unprofessional. So I was like, well, I'm just going to stop this for now. I don't have the capacity to find any other options.
Especially during the pandemic. There was no real other options.
No.
Yeah.
No. And my daughter, of course, then I was expecting her to be in school the full year and then at home and just all of it, right?
Absolutely.
And so I picked it back up after I learned about Studio 304 because the internet's so much better there.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's where I record. So.
And if you guys don't know, Studio 304 is a fantastic spot, kind of in partnership or as a piece of St. Joe County Public Library. So tell us a little bit about your goal within this podcast. It sounds like probably teaching still a little bit.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once a teacher, always a teacher.
Absolutely.
It's just like part of who I am. And everything that I do is based on the values on my little shot books.
Okay.
So courage, humility, growth, wisdom, resilience, focus, and teamwork.
Okay.
Those are the titles of each book. So whenever I interview, I'm thinking about that very intentionally. What value is this person bringing to the table, and how can I let them shine and bring it out in them?
Very well said.
Thanks.
And you've got some episodes with guests, some episodes with kind of a learned lesson that you're kind of trying to share with everybody, and you just mix it up a little bit so that you can kind of impact in different ways, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's fantastic.
And we're doing something very interesting. One of my really good friends, she was like, you've been through so much in your life. I just feel like you need to share it on your podcast. I was like, I could, like, how much? Because there's plenty of content.
Yeah, we could do this a whole new podcast.
Trauma, check. Tragedy, check. Right. Bad choices, check.
Check. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want it to just be like a monologue.
Yeah.
I know it's my diary, right? Unlocking my diary. I'm like, hey, it was your idea. Do you want to interview me on my podcast?
I love this.
So that's what we're getting ready to release soon.
Okay, that's fantastic. I always like to say, okay, you made it here. You're pretty amazing. How the heck did that happen? So tell me a little bit about your upbringing. Did you grow up in the region? Did you grow up where you are now? Did you move? What did your high school look like? Your family life? Do you have siblings? Give me some background.
Yeah. So that's actually going to be on the very first episode of this series too. So
okay,
thank you for the segue.
Yes, deep dive.
Very
I love it.
We didn't even plan that.
I know, that was good. Yes. So dive in.
Yeah. So I grew up in Syracuse, Indiana. Went to Wawasee.
Oh, okay.
High school.
Great.
And really have an incredible family. I'm so fortunate.
That's great.
It's kind of like we've been told we're like the Brady Bunch family or something like that. Like just a really loving family, not perfect by any means.
Sure.
Right? But I think that that's the jackpot in life, is to have two parents who love each other and love you.
That's fantastic.
And two amazing brothers.
High school. Loved it. Hated it, wanted to leave Syracuse, Indiana immediately upon graduating.
Yeah.
What was your vibe kind of back then?
So definitely an achiever.
Okay.
It's hardwired. I'm an achiever.
You're like
There's just
trying
no
to get
other way.
straight A's, trying to be in the sports, doing all of those things?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And definitely was like a small school, a few hundred kids per class. And so I did want to get away from like the expectations of who I was supposed to be.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And so I went to Purdue.
Okay.
Which was great. I'm like, nobody really knows me. This is great. Anonymity, right? But I had a great education from Wawasee. And I have a lot of compassion for high schoolers because I think it's a lot harder than what people give it credit for.
Okay.
Like I had a really hard time. Right, with mental health.
Yeah, of course.
And
it's a big change.
Oh my goodness. And just, like I said, those expectations of, achievement and, people knowing that you're going to get stuff done. You're dependable, you're trustworthy, and it's just a lot.
Yeah.
So I was perpetually exhausted.
I can imagine. We mentioned earlier in your intro and that you're teaching, and then you move into this kind of new space where you become an author and then become a podcaster and a speaker. What motivated you to make that change? Like, what was it? Was it solely based on those health changes with your life?
Yeah.
So that was really the changing factor. And
that was the final decision.
Yeah. Okay.
You
probably had some of this in your mind a little bit, and then that was the...
Yeah, that was the straw. That I was like, my students deserve a teacher who can be here every day and fully here and present. Because there would be times I would be in a wheelchair,
Wow.
I could barely walk. I could barely stand up. My pile of papers to grade was a mile high. And, I was basically at doctor's appointments, and it was just
And you deserve
not
something that you can handle.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Both of those are true.
Yeah. So what's wild is when you go through something like that, which it's such a gift now to have experienced that at 26.
Absolutely.
Because everything changes. Your perspective completely changes. And so people hear a lot of the physicality of what I experienced. The hardest part was saying, okay, my goals and dreams, gone.
Absolutely.
What are they now? What is my life going to look like?
Okay.
Because, I went from a half marathon to basically decrepit in a year. So we don't know what it is at this point.
That's what I was
am I
just
going to
ask, yeah.
Yeah, at that point we had no clue. And I thought, okay, what I could do is I could be somebody who encourages others to go for their goals and dreams. I can't go for I don't know what each day is going to look like.
Yeah.
Some
at least
days
at this point, I cannot. Right.
Yeah. So what if I'm just like anybody who comes to me, I'll say, yes, you can do it. You have to. If it's in your heart, you have to do it. You have the health to do it. Please. And I could go into schools and encourage kids to go for their dreams. On my bad days, I'll sit in my wheelchair. On my good days, I'll walk.
Okay.
And what's wild is I had completely forgotten about that until I had already been speaking in schools for a while. And I had a flashback, and I was like, I am living what I dreamed about in one of my darkest moments of my life.
I think that's magic. So you're saying, okay, I'm not going to be a teacher anymore, and I'm going to go after this other dream. What does day one look like there? Because it's probably a little weird and uncomfortable, I would guess.
Yeah. Well, there's that intermediate time period where I was in network marketing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Okay, got it. So you go into this first. This makes this makes a ton of sense.
And so there was so much coaching and teaching. I hit the jackpot here again. I got so lucky being a part of the team that I was a part of. My mentor was personally chosen by John Maxwell to be mentored.
Oh, wow.
So he was incredible, and he would coach me and guide me and teach me, and created this massive team within the company. So I learned how to network. I learned how to do some sales things. I learned how to do some basic marketing.
So that was really like your absorption piece where you can kind of say, I'm going to learn everything I need for this next journey.
Yeah. And it's amazing when I coach people sometimes in their businesses now. I'm like, a lot of it I learned in network marketing.
Wow.
Somebody, she's so brilliant. She's like, where did you learn this stuff? I said, network marketing.
Yeah.
Because it works.
Right, absolutely,
right?
yeah.
But it's very hard.
These businesses are still around. A lot of them still exist, and we've got our, whatever, the ones that haven't, but there's plenty
good and
that
bad
have.
in anything.
Absolutely. That's
Right.
a great point, too.
Everything there's good and bad. And so if you can take and draw the good and replicate it, that's fabulous, right? And so that's what I was able to do.
And you're probably still working in some of that while you're starting to do this stuff on your own with your own dreams.
Yes. And so when my company was sold to a different company, I still use my product. I love my product. I really had to evaluate, where am I going? Because network marketing is really hard. The discipline, the consistency, there's a lot of flash and hype.
You got to get a lot of communication out.
And there's a lot of people who tout that they're doing better than they actually are to pull you in. There can be manipulation. There's a lot of bad in it too, right? And the company that bought us, I do not like how the people at the top look. They don't look healthy to me. And I went from, we want people to be healthy and active and living their best life to, oh, you want people who look sickly.
I don't love that, yeah.
And I have 2 daughters.
And you're like, I don't want to perpetuate any of that.
I can't. And I'm not going to fight this fight. I'm not going to try to be that woman who's like, okay, well, I'm going to be healthy and me and try to rise to the top here and fight it in that way. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want them around that. I don't want them to think that that's what being healthy looks like.
Right. And you may come up against a ceiling that says, no, really, we're only taking the sickly people. And then you've done all of this for nothing.
Yeah.
Or you have to kind of sell your soul. You got to do what you're completely against, and that doesn't work either.
It doesn't align. And so that's when I made the decision, okay, I'm going to go all in with my little shop books, still focused on being a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
So even when I was doing my network marketing business with my daughter, she would travel across the country with me.
Wow.
And it was not easy. She travels really well. She's amazing, but
travel with any small child is never easy.
It's just a ton of
no
packing.
matter how great they are. Yeah. So you've kind of transitioned into this authoring. You're starting to write. You're starting to. It sounds like, I think from what I heard in your story is you voice recorded most of your books. Because
just
you
the first
had
one.
Just the first one. So you had because you're trying to figure out how to do all of these things at the same time. So that was your route. How did that happen?
This is really funny. So I've had a recent epiphany. I'm actually a writer.
Yes. You have several books published.
Not so smart sometimes. Sometimes I'm really smart, and then sometimes I'm like,
sometimes it just hits a little differently. Yeah.
Not so smart.
It's like the realization, you're like, oh yeah, I have, okay.
I guess, yes. Okay,
Yes.
and I have more stories to write. Huh,
Yeah.
okay. That's weird.
This wasn't like a one-hit wonder.
No.
You're repeating it, and you have more to come.
Yeah. So, so funny.
I know, but it's realistic. I completely agree.
And it's not even imposter syndrome either. It's not a thing of like, oh, I don't feel like I belong. I'm like, no, like, I'm not somebody who journals.
Okay.
My writing process is very different. Like a lot of what writers say is you're supposed to hit a word count every day or whatever, or a certain number of minutes. I don't work that way. And the book kind of came to me, not as a fluke, but just out of the blue.
Interesting. Okay.
Right? So I was like, I don't even know. At that point, I've read thousands of books. I'm like, how do you write one?
Yeah. I have no
criteria.
idea. Absolutely. Yeah. And how does that come full circle, and what is it?
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, and hopefully this is kind of how you came about. Like, doesn't matter as long as it works.
Well, I'm big on get the first draft. It's a rough draft for a reason. It's bad for a reason. Who cares? It's out of you.
That's great.
Right?
Great
Take the pressure off.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have like this expectation of publishing it or even having anything good.
Okay.
I just had this story. I was like, it had to get out of me, and I couldn't. Every time I'd sit down, like my hand doesn't move fast enough with my thought process. My typing doesn't keep up, even though I'm a fast typer. I'm like, I'm a public speaker. Why don't I dictate it?
Yes, absolutely.
Use what you got.
Yes.
So put my baby in her stroller, pushed record. We went for a walk, and over 2,000 words came out of me, like just blowed. No pauses, no ums. It was start to finish a story, and I thought, okay, that's interesting. And of course, this is before AI, so I went home and transcribed it.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, play.
Oh,
play,
goodness. I used to have to do that when I first started here. I'd like record Chris's notes, and then I'd have to like write them because I couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Interesting how life has changed.
I know. And
Yeah.
that part of AI I love.
Yeah. Can you just make this be text? Yeah.
Yes, great. Thank you. It's fabulous. So that's how it came out of me. And then I, of course, called my mom. She's like my best friend. I was like, Mom, I have this story. I have to read it to you. I wrote it. So I'm reading it, and she's so supportive and loving. Like, she was teary, and she's like, because the last sentence is really good, right? So the rest of it was really bad. But the last sentence, like,
It hit home.
yeah,
Like
hit
it
your heart.
tied it. Yeah.
And she was like, you wrote that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's so good. I was like, really? And she's like, so sweet.
I love this.
And then my husband's a man of very few words. He's pretty clear when he likes something and when he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's mean about it, but I was going to know.
Yeah, he'll give you that feedback.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, and if he didn't like it, he'd have been like, oh, great job.
Yeah.
Right? So I read it to him. He's like, you wrote that? I was like, I know. Can you believe this came out of me? I don't know where it came from. Miracles happen, man. And he said, that's really good. And like the tone of voice, that's like the equivalent of an extrovert being like, New York Times bestseller.
Yes.
Like, freaking out.
If you know him, so you're like, okay, I know this is big.
And so I kind of tease him. It's a little bit his fault that it spiraled the way it did. So yeah, then it just turned into like, okay, I've got to get it at least in a book for my daughter.
Okay.
At least for her. And then the tugging on my heart was like, no, you've taught kids. They need these stories.
You know, yeah. You have such a great perspective for the needs of those kiddos.
Yeah, and I'm like, and there's a uniqueness about the whole story arc that I have not found. I've found bits and pieces in other books, but the whole story arc that ended up happening over time, I was like, I've not found a picture book series like this.
Okay.
So there's enough uniqueness that there's a possibility here this could turn into a business.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a daughter and you want these,
Yeah.
there's got to be a market, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's many more that are probably very
Right.
similarly minded.
Yeah, I'm not the only person in the world, right? So that's really kind of where it spiraled into so many other things.
That's fantastic. So now, all this time later, full author, as you mentioned. Glad you know too.
I am a writer, I declare it.
I am a writer, yes. How do you define success for yourself? If you've gone through this different journeys, what does that word mean to you, or how do you define it for you?
Yeah, I think success is at the end of the day when I can say I did my best today.
That's perfect.
And that looks different every day.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. It's supposed to look different every day.
Yeah. Because life is different every day.
It is. So success is not the results. I've even told my family, I learned very quickly, you don't make much money selling books.
Okay.
You don't
World.
make much money.
Here. Say it again louder for those in the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially because it's not like I want to sit at my desk writing all the time.
Yeah.
Some people do. So that's where I'm like, I am a writer, but that's not what I want to do all the time.
Yeah.
And so...
Because it sounds like you're more education based. You're not necessarily
Yeah.
writing because you love to write. You're writing because you love to educate and you love
Yes.
to teach and you love to share that.
Yes, and it's a way to do it on a big scale. And people can interpret it the way that makes sense for them, where they're at in their life.
Sure.
Right? So it's just a way to teach in more of a legacy-minded way. Because long after I'm gone, the books can still be here.
Yes. And you can leave that for everybody to learn from forever.
Yeah.
So coming full circle today, what does your career kind of life look like now? So are you still writing? You're obviously still podcasting, speaking. You're doing all of these things kind of at the same time. And now that's your main gig, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I finally have both of my girls are in school full-time.
Got it.
So this is the first time in 10 years, which I started the very first book in 2015.
Okay.
June of 2015. So first time in 10 years that I have either not been, I guess 11 years, pregnant, children at home for a whole school year. And so I'm like, okay, this is exciting. I miss my babies. I love having them home. I'm not the person who's like, oh yes, go back to school.
Yeah.
I cry the first day every year.
I'm certain. Yeah.
But it is really freeing to be like, so many things that I've dreamed about, I finally get to do. So like I have a writing workshop for children.
Oh, wow. That's
and
great.
teaching them how to create their own picture books.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really cool. So often the number one question I get asked is like, how did you become an author?
Yeah.
Like, I can teach them. This is the process, right?
Yeah.
So doing that, and then the podcast, I'm also going to be launching a Little Shop podcast.
Oh my gosh, yay, that's cute and so necessary.
Yeah.
We see it a ton in what we do is just the STEM of today has to be different. And we're seeing that, right? If you think about Boys and Girls Clubs, they'll now have like a little podcast room or something like that, or some equipment that they can teach it. But this is really smart.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's going to be really cool. I don't want to give too many details because it's
Yeah.
super unique.
Pay attention, folks. Pay attention.
I'm loving it. So
yeah.
it'll probably be released in March at the same time of the 7th book
Okay.
in the series, the last book in the Little Shot series.
Oh my gosh.
So that's like bittersweet.
So March of 2026 is going to be like a big,
Yes,
big time for you.
Yep. And then, of course, speaking in schools. And then I've taken my books and turned them into like keynotes, workshops, things
Kind
for
of
adults.
pulling those lessons, as you mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
since everybody can use them. Let's do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So just delivering it in a way that's not, little kiddish,
Yeah.
right, for the
Yeah.
adults. So,
Okay.
yeah.
How
it's fun.
impressive. That's really
Thank you.
great.
Thank you.
And you finally, of course, killed network marketing. You're doing all of this.
Yeah.
all on your own.
But I
That's
still
amazing.
believe in like endorsing network marketing because so many people that have had success in business and in life, they just never mention it because it is kind of taboo, right?
Oh my gosh, it has such a negative connotation.
It does.
And I get it because there, as you said, and I think it's perfectly said, there is bad in everything. So if you're, there's bad people in AI that are trying to do negative things with it, and there are people that are trying to save the world.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same here, where there's just some people that are going to do it for negative.
Yeah.
And or in a bad way that does, leaves a bad taste in our mouths, or that kind of, I think you said cheesy earlier, like it's that kind of cheesy vibe. But there are people, my friend Shireen is a great example, where she's not randomly hitting up all these people she doesn't
Yeah.
really know anymore on social media to sell. Like, she's there for folks because she truly believes in the products that she uses and helps distribute, and that's where it's at.
Yeah.
So, and I think you're right. I bet she's learned a ton.
Oh, you learn so much. It's like a human case study.
Yeah.
And you also learn who has your back when they disagree with what you're doing.
That's a great point. Ooh, I love that. Because you should be here for me, not necessarily because you agree with everything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can say that in an appropriate way.
Yeah.
But
still
should
be
still be
supportive
here.
of the
Yeah.
person because you
Yeah.
know the person. And I did hit up people I hadn't seen in forever. Like, because I was like, everybody needs this. And I still believe that everybody
and it's still
needs
coming
it,
from
but-
that positive place of,
Yeah.
I really believe in this product and I want to share it with anybody that will listen. I think it's what we do in media.
Yeah.
Is we really believe that good news is a good thing, and we really want to tell everybody about it, and everybody should use it and be a part of it and be a partner. Same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and same thing. There's a good premise behind it. And
Yeah.
while there's going to be bad in everything,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be
Right.
everybody.
Yeah.
I love this. So tell me about your health. How is it today? You look great.
Thanks. Well, perimenopause is fun.
Can we talk?
It's like, do we really want to go down that?
That's a whole episode in itself. Okay, so my
Where
question.
were we?
Yeah, that's okay. No, I'll bring it back a little bit. I was asking
Health.
because asking about your health because kind of the bigger question is along that route from start to today. I would love to hear some of the challenges you've faced, whether that be that health journey, that be perimenopause, or something with, did you know that it's really hard to publish a book? Or it could be much more kind of learning the process of your new career. What are some of those challenges that you had along the way?
Oh, we don't have enough hours in the day.
The list is too long. It's a scroll.
You think I'm kidding.
I bet it is. I mean,
But,
you're
yeah.
hitting those 3 points too. So each have their own journey and their own struggles, like authoring a book, writing, getting it out there. Who's doing the illustration? Page layout. I don't know how that works. So you have to figure it all out. But then that's just for that one. And you're
Yeah.
doing 2 other pillars, speaking in public. That's its own. So I can't imagine it was not
Yeah.
fraught with all kinds of challenges.
Yes, yes. I think women, also educators, like when we want to learn something and figure it out, we can.
Absolutely.
And so I guess the biggest thing is like I knew what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to publish the book. I didn't even know how to take a Microsoft Word document and get it. How do you get it into a book for people to hold?
Right.
What do you even do?
Where do you put, you can't print it on your printer at home and turn it into a book. That's going to take too long.
Yeah, I'm gonna
how do you
staple
even,
it?
Yeah.
What do I do?
I don't know how to do
Color
this.
the color.
Yeah. Who's doing this?
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing is learn how to ask the stupid questions.
I love that. Yes.
So I'm not afraid to ask stupid questions.
Yes.
I really don't care. I know
Someone
of the time.
did this for the first time at some
Yes,
point. So
yes.
it's not crazy that I don't know how to do this. It's not
Yeah.
breathing.
No. So it's like I guess I know within myself, like, I have some intelligence in there. I have nothing to prove. I don't care if I look stupid. If I don't know how to do something, I can learn. So I didn't know how to do podcasting.
Right.
I'm not techie. I'm a solopreneur. So I'm like, okay, I got to do this myself. Where do I even go?
Yeah.
Right? So just get good at asking questions. And I think as far as like business life and personal life, that's been something that's helped me the most through all of the challenges.
Okay.
Whatever challenge it is, right? Like I have my girlfriends, if it's personal things in particular, then I'm like, I think this makes sense to handle this situation this way. Am I looking at it correctly? Having those women in your life who love you enough to encourage you and to call you out.
Yes. You got to have the friend that will tell you when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
Or how you're supposed to be doing it, or your full talent.
Yes. So having that, and then of course professionally, here again, having people who will say, hey, I'm going to give you this little seed here, or I'm going to guide you here to get you to the next step. You know, I think that that's really what's helped me the most. Because if we dove into all the challenges, I'm not kidding.
Yeah. It's just
It's too many.
endless. Yeah.
It really is. Like,
Because each of those questions is technically a problem
yes.
because you don't know the answer.
Yes.
And so then you have to figure out each of those along the way.
Yeah. But I really have found that it's the other people in my life, whether it's through networking, whether it's through personal life, wherever I meet these people, I'm constantly learning and growing from them. So I think being willing to ask the stupid questions and then also knowing what is it that you're actually wanting to ask. Ask better questions, get better answers.
Great point.
And then if you're really, specifically, so for example, I'm just going to try not to give too much away. All right.
Okay.
Might have to edit some of this.
Okay.
Because it is really cool, this Little Shop podcast. When we're not recording, I'll tell you what it is. And
Okay.
it gets super cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking to my friend. She's an incredible businesswoman. She was ranked as one of the top female businesses in the state of Utah.
Okay. Wow.
Really smart businesswoman. And I was like, hey, I have this idea. We have a whole bunch of books, hundreds and hundreds of books being donated to a children's hospital and in Florida, and I want to make it more personal. And it was when we started like going back and forth and brainstorming that it spiraled into, she's like, okay, this is what you actually have to do. You need a podcast. And I'm like, another one? Like, another one? And as we got to talking, I'm like, you're absolutely right. This is how we take these stories and make them super personal,
Okay.
connective, and real for kids.
Because they're hearing it versus reading it or being read to.
Right.
It's like a conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's where it came from. But here again, it was like I had an idea. I knew what I was wanting. But then, of course, like talking to the right person and being open to different possibilities versus set on what I was thinking, right? Being open to like,
And get into some tunnel vision sometimes that I think it's like you got to be open to input from from other places.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like, no, I got it.
Yeah, it's my way. Yeah, on my Little Shot team, we say that we leave our ego at the door. It's about the project,
That's great.
producing the best possible work.
Yes. No matter what.
Yeah, it's
Having
not the
those
ego.
maybe uncomfortable conversations and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And during this journey, like, how much doubt do you have? Like, are there points in the time where you're saying, I don't know if I really can do this?
Mm-hmm.
Or were you really fully confident the whole time?
I am a very confident person.
Mm-hmm.
I also am realistic and know that there's plenty of businesses that fail. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of extraordinary products that fail. They don't make it.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. I went home one day and I started searching like success as an author or business owner, as a woman, like all this stuff, and looking at these really dreary stats. Like, well, I'm delusional because I'm still going to do it. But what I did was I wrote down and looked at these really painful stats. And I was like, okay, so why do I think certain businesses fail?
Okay.
Why do they fail? Is it their marketing? Was it, expanding too quickly? Like, what is it that's causing that?
Great.
Right? Also, what is it that I bring to the table that I am confident others don't bring to this table? Not that I'm hardworking. There's a lot of hardworking people. We're in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay, what is it? So I have this vision. I see the moving parts and like writing down everything that I can think of. Like I don't give up easily. That's a huge benefit as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right? So wrote those down, and you have to write them, not type them. So you can see it, you can feel it, all of that. And then I was like, what are my weaknesses? It's okay that I have weaknesses. I'm a human being.
Yeah.
Where am I not good? And who do I know that can fill in those gaps?
Very self-aware.
Yeah.
It's really smart.
And so once you see that, it's like, okay, when I have those moments of doubt, can I make this work? Can I make it work on the scale that I see in my head that makes it worthwhile continuing to pursue? Like, okay, we'll just take the next best step. Be honest. I'm honest with my family. Like, it's business. Businesses close all the time.
Absolutely.
From good, hardworking, intelligent people with
Yeah.
good products. It happens. And so instead of being so focused on results, I'm just like focused on the process and what's in front of me and just keep going. And having the right people. Here again, it's the people.
Oh, absolutely. Surround yourself with the people that are going to make that successful and help make you successful, because those are the right people that you want in your life anyway.
Yeah. People that are way smarter than me. I'm like, come join me.
Yes. I'm consistently striving to be the dumbest in the room. Like, I really just want to surround myself with humans that I think are incredible.
Yeah.
And I do now. It's really cool. At 42, I've got this crew of humans where it's like, okay, I can ask your opinion and value it so much. Like, that is a really lucky thing to have.
It is. It's a huge gift.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me some of your passions outside of your career. So what are you doing on a Saturday, and how does that kind of build into your whole human? Like, how does that make you full?
Yeah. So, man, I keep saying the word people. I love my people.
But I mean, they're really
I
important.
really do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think the pandemic kind of killed some of that, or maybe like minimized some of the importance of human interaction, ongoing, in-person IRL, right? Like, we need this.
We need it.
Yeah.
And I think that's when the awareness came around for a lot of people is, we do need connection.
Yeah.
So I definitely make a lot of time for my family.
Great.
And that's top priority. I'll even a lot of times rearrange my schedule.
Good.
Right? Because
making sure you get that time.
Yeah. Yeah. I also love cooking.
Oh, cool.
Like,
Tell me more. I had no
love
idea. That's neat.
Yeah, it's not something that I really promote on social media. I even thought like, I could TikTok, like during the pandemic, I could TikTok cooking stuff. And I'm like, no, but I really just love it. It's fun.
It's
I
your
enjoy
gig.
it.
Yeah, it's your passion.
Yeah, like if I'm going to make, Italian food, a lot of times I'm like making the pasta from scratch and like rolling it out and making the sauce from scratch. I'm like, it's just so wonderful. Like not opening, jars from the store. Now, there are a lot of times I have to cook that way because of lack of time, right?
Yes.
So I definitely still buy a lot of things, but I just love sharing a meal.
Mm-hmm. I'm very much the same.
Yeah, like
I
think
love
about
it.
that. Yeah,
I love to just like cook a meal and sit down and enjoy that with everybody. And sometimes I don't even need to sit down. Like, I will serve you guys all day and just talk to me as I'm cooking, and we'll have like this whole group effort. I love it.
It's special.
It is special. I think we maybe take that for granted or bypass that a lot.
Yeah.
Where we're all busy and we're all on the go. And so it's like, well, I made dinner, go grab it whenever you have time, which I think is reality sometimes, unfortunately. But man, it's so fun to be able to do stuff like that.
It is.
Like just to sit down and talk and catch up and have a great meal.
Yeah. Or even like cooking together.
Yes.
Right?
I love
have
it.
so many special memories of cooking with different people throughout my life.
Yep.
And then sharing the meal. And yeah, it's so special. So really, like I could just cook all day. And I've done that before where I just spend like a whole weekend just
Cooking
making homemade meals for the freezer. And I just really enjoy it.
Yeah. Turn
lot.
on a podcast, bake, cook, talk to the fam.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. That's a great, great point. So I always love to ask every woman that I have on this podcast, who are the women that have been most impactful in your life? Tell me about some of those ladies.
Oh man, so many. I'm so lucky.
Yay.
So many.
That's good.
Yes. Definitely my mom.
Okay. Yeah, you said you guys are like best friends. I love that.
Yeah.
That's
and
great.
what's great is she set a great example through her example.
Okay.
Not by preaching at me. Even during the teen years, I would still go to her.
Okay. That's great.
I never yelled, "I hate you." My brothers and I, none of us yelled that.
Really? That's got to be something with the parenting of it all, right?
Well, first of all, our dad was big on you respect your mom.
Okay, that's great.
Like,
Good.
he never, like, I never got spanked, but, like, he might have whooped
no.
me good.
Yeah, like you knew that
Like,
was
I
like,
knew.
you don't cross that line.
Yeah, don't cross that line. He was very big on respecting her. And then, you know, she was so good to listen. As a teenager, you know, teenage life is hard.
Yeah.
And she would listen without judgment. I can't
that.
even imagine how hard that was at times where she was probably like...
Yeah, now we're grown and we're like, oh gosh, I don't know that I could just turn that off.
Yeah. And she would just
great.
let me vent or say what I needed to say. And I think that's a great example because, of course, people warn me, oh, you got girls, wait till they're teenagers. I'm like, I had a great example.
Yeah, and that's a
Right.
great way to put it.
Yeah. And she was very big on, both of my parents were big on, like, we can't ask you to do something we're not doing ourselves.
Yep.
So you are living it yourself, and by living it, you're teaching so much better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the visual representation of that and the repetitive day in, day out is going to last forever, where
Yeah.
yelling something at them maybe won't.
Or telling, you know, you should do this. Well, if they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Come on, right? And so they were big on that. And then my mom also, she didn't force being best friends.
Okay.
So sometimes I kind of see that, which it's fine, but I'll see that, you know, moms are kind of trying to force being besties, right? I
Yeah, I
knew
don't love
she
that.
was my mom. And then over time, you know, in college, graduating college, you know, we became best friends.
I like
naturally.
that. Like the grown up relationship that turns from parent to best friend is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that is such a great way to handle it and kind of hopefully how it goes. When they're 16.
You're not supposed to be best friends.
Yeah, that's like a Mean Girls movie. It's not
It's not okay.
It's not real and it's sort of gross.
Yeah.
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 Like,
it
they
really
don't
can
need
be.
that.
They
It's not
don't.
beneficial for them. They have plenty of friends in school. Let them have you as the mom and the support and the person they can come to with anything, even the stuff they can't tell their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
and I
be
know it's
that.
hard because, like, I want my daughters to be my besties someday.
Oh my
Are
gosh,
you kidding
I
me?
bet.
They're awesome.
Yes.
Right? They're
I
so
bet
awesome.
that's so hard.
But it's like, no, like, just
That's for
in
later.
due time. That's,
Yeah.
you know? And I also know, like, we grew significantly closer after my dad died suddenly when I was 20. So
Okay.
that also brings a closeness in a family that's unique as well. And then, you know, this is so bad, but for the longest time, I didn't really think I needed very many girlfriends.
Okay.
So it's funny that I'm on All About the Girls.
You're like, I have no female lady friends.
Yeah,
No.
I just had like my few friends.
Sure.
In college, I was not outgoing. I did have like eventually over time in my major, I developed like a friend group. But I was really more about like my buddies, my guy friends.
Okay.
And even in network marketing, I was on a predominantly male team for the longest time. So I had like my buddies and my guy friends. And I'm like, I don't get it when like all these women are like, oh, I need like my girlfriend time. I'm like, I don't know, my buddies are working out okay.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Right.
You know? And then once I became a mom, I was like, oh, this has shifted for me my perspective of needing women. So I started seeking them out and like
It's more
craving,
like tribe-based at that point where it's like, hey, it's going to take all of us together to help all of these kiddos and
Yes.
do well at this. Let's
Yes.
team up. Let's bring more ladies in my life.
Yes. And I also like I have women that don't have children we regularly get together.
Yes.
Right? And
Yeah, it
so-
doesn't always have to be the mommy group. It's just having those ladies in your life to support you.
Yes, because womanhood is very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't know if everybody's gotten the memo.
Yeah. We've been talking for a minute. Like,
Yeah.
you should understand by now.
Yeah. So I really created like these amazing relationships with women that now I'm like, I don't know what I would do without them.
Yeah. So this segues right into my next piece is I usually ask like, okay, so tell me about your family and your support system. But it sounds like those might be the same thing.
It all goes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I do
great.
know, like, when I was sick at 26, sick on the couch, don't know what's wrong, people were worried I was dying. when you're in those moments, you're not thinking about, was I successful? You're not thinking about what awards and achievements, what validation have I gotten that I'm amazing.
Right.
You're not thinking about, you're thinking about money because you need it.
Yeah.
It's a need.
Yeah.
Right? So money does matter. I will always preach that because it's true. Money matters. We need it. But it was the people in my life that I would think about in those moments of like seeing how hard it was for them, of how sick I was, right? Or, man, I sure hope they know how much they mean to me, how much I value them,
Yeah.
how grateful I am for them.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's perfectly said. And how do you, through all of that, kind of maintain you? So you've got, input from others, that tribe, those folks. You've got daily life, maybe kicking you in the pants occasionally. You've got parenting life. All of that. How do you juggle it all and still be Tasha every day?
That's a good question.
The true you.
She's always evolving.
Yeah. Yep.
I think a lot of it comes from experience, right? Who I am now is in a lot of ways different than when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
But the core of my character and who I am, even times when I've been led astray or wandered off the path, if you will, right? The core of who I am has always been the same. So I think taking some time to reflect and know, like, who am I actually? And not the bad stuff as like a badge about like, oh, look how tough I am or whatever, but like what about me makes me me and embracing it. One of my favorite books is StrengthsFinder 2.0. I read that in my 20s. And it's based on the Gallup poll, and it's like your actual strengths as a person. It's not a personality profile. And when I read about being an achiever, which we're a tricky bunch, we achievers, in a lot of ways we're very misunderstood. But when I read that, I was like, oh, it's okay that I'm like this.
Okay.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a person, I set a goal, if I achieve it, great. Okay, I don't need to celebrate. Like, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm being greedy or discontent. It's fun.
And it's how your brain works. Like, okay, check mark, that is done, and on to the next.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have to celebrate. Like, I can smile. I'm like, oh, well, that was fun. Okay, what's the next thing?
Yeah. I feel this in my soul.
So you need to read that. Achiever.
Okay,
StrengthsFinder 2.0.
Achiever. Okay, StressFinder 2.0.
StrengthsFinder 2.0.
StrengthsFinder. Okay, got it.
You can take the online quiz. It's like $20 or whatever. Get the book. And it really was that big aha of like, they'll write things that other people may say.
Okay.
Like what an achiever sounds like.
Okay.
Oh, there's other people that think this way. Because, when you're in your 20s, you do think you know who you are, but you're also having to defend it so much.
Yes.
I don't have to defend myself anymore of who I am. Isn't that great?
I love it so much.
I
can own it, and I can love who I am. And
flaws and all. It's great.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I got a lot of them, and that's okay.
Yeah, and so that was probably a great kind of learned lesson for you, because then you're like, I know this about myself, and now I feel like that I can allow myself to be.
Yes.
That's really neat.
But I also think, presently, being in my 40s is so freeing as well, because you don't make it to your 40s without some kind of sad story and learning the hard way.
Yeah.
And
no one
being
comes out
burned,
unscathed. Yeah.
Right? And so if you take all of that and you learn from it and grow and become a better person, instead of a chip on your shoulder, you're like, okay, well, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't want to learn it that way, but had to.
It was real hard, and I took the long route, but we did it.
Yeah, we did it, right? And so if you do that enough times, there's like a level of confidence when you hit this age where you're like, okay, I can handle a lot of things. I don't want to have to.
Yeah.
But I've been through things. I can handle it. I know who I am now. I embrace that. It's going to be okay.
And you can stand in that a little stronger.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit more like confident.
Yeah. And so far, knock on wood, so far everything does turn out okay.
Yeah.
Right? Like not necessarily what you always want.
But for 40 plus years, you've been doing it, and it's turned out okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, not perfect.
Nope.
Not exactly what I wanted, but it's
And not
gonna
always
be okay.
easy. Yeah.
And we forget that sometimes.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know?
great reminder. Yeah. So, what if you can look back to younger you? I won't give you the age. You pick the age. But
Okay.
what advice would you give to a younger you, knowing what you know now?
Breathe. It's gonna be okay.
Breathe. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna make me cry.
No, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, and thank you for not putting an age on it.
No, because I
Yeah.
think the little us that we want to talk to is so different for everybody, because it's,
Yeah.
you know, for you it could be just when your dad passed away, or it could be when that first book came out of your mouth and you didn't even
Yeah.
believe it, or
Yeah.
it could be when you were 8. Like,
Yeah.
it really is so different for every human. But you're right. I think at first, do nothing, take a moment, take a breather, like, just
Because we can get caught up in that moment of darkness and how hard it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's gonna be okay. You just have to get through it.
Yeah. And so tell me what's next for you, personally, professionally. You've mentioned a couple of things along the
Yeah.
way. Wrap that up in what is your next kind of exciting things. If you think about this being kind of November,
Yeah.
where are you heading into? March sounds like maybe something we should mention.
Well, November 9th is my birthday when I turn 42.
Oh my
So
goodness.
That's good.
Okay, so we're celebrating a birthday right around the corner.
Yes, which always makes me happy because 40 at one point was a big goal to make it to 40.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm like, I get
what a
another
life
one.
where when just making it to the birthday was the life, and now it's like living it to the fullest.
Yeah. Also, figuring out these perimenopause hormones is
Oh my gosh, amen.
Right? So I have a couple girlfriends. I was like, maybe we should just do a 5K together next summer. Right? Because that's manageable. We can walk it if we have to.
Yeah.
But we'll just set a small little goal. I know, like, one friend, she's done a marathon. I've done a half Ironman. The other
Okay.
one's done a lot of athletic things. Like, this is fine. This is where we
This
are.
is a great
We'll
place
do
to
it
start.
together, right?
Yeah.
So figuring that out is
Good.
going to be huge on my agenda.
Good.
Right? And then, of course, publishing and wrapping up the Little Shot series, which makes me super emotional. I can't
it's
believe
a big
it.
deal,
I can't believe
though.
it.
Yes, absolutely. This is like a decade of work
Yeah.
coming to fruition.
Yeah. So it's bittersweet.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to do, there's going to be a spin-off chapter book. I don't know how to write a chapter book. I've read a lot of them. I don't know how to write them, but I'm going to learn.
But you're going to learn. And the confidence that you can learn.
Yes,
I
it's
love
gonna be
to hear
great.
that. Yeah.
Right? So doing that, of course, the podcast, the Little Shop podcast, and more public speaking.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
lots of exciting things to look forward to.
Your next year is going to be big.
It's going to be big. The next couple years in particular, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah. This is
right?
what you've been working towards.
Lots of behind the scenes. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You know. There's 95% of the stuff is behind the scenes. So I've been building this whole business in the background and quietly
Yeah.
and getting to share it and reveal all of the exciting things. There's going to also be more resources for educators and
Okay.
homeschooling parents. You know, I have the writing workshop, but there's going to be a lot more resources with writing for children. I mean,
Wow.
it's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always love to ask, what do you hope women take from this episode and having you on the podcast? What do you want them to kind of take from hearing your story?
I want everybody to think about their life and consider the stories you tell yourself that are no longer serving you and rewrite them. Your past does define you based on the definition you choose. So choose the definition that serves you because your future's bright.
Yes. Best advice I've heard all day.
Oh, yay! It's 5 a.m. No,
You're like, wait, it's really early, Jenny. That's not fair. Okay, now on to the funnest, I think. Maybe it's stressful. Quick response questions.
this is a mean game at this phase in life.
So, as everybody knows, you have 5 seconds to answer each of these questions.
Okay.
Or you get buzzed by our obnoxious buzzer.
My blood pressure.
I know,
Okay,
right?
Here we go.
All right. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pizza.
What is your spirit animal?
Dolphin.
Ooh, good one.
Thanks.
I haven't heard that
Swimmer.
one. Yeah. Oh, duh. That makes tons of sense.
Some of them are mean. I'm not the mean dolphins.
Oh, no, yeah. You're the nice one.
Thanks,
You're
yeah.
like the bestie. If you could swap lives with any fictional character, who would it be?
Oh, buzz me. I don't know. I can't pick one. A Little Shot.
I was going to say, you have to pick your own.
That's like when Kelly...
No, you got it. Hand was to the buzzer. Hand was last second. You got
like
it.
Kelly Clarkson when she didn't know her song on karaoke. Kelly, call me.
Little Shot it is. You pulled it out. You got it. It's okay. Kelly, call me. What's your favorite smell in the world?
Lavender.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs. What's your most used emoji?
Smiley, or the laughing one.
The laugh. Okay.
Yeah, I laugh a
love
lot.
that.
And I'm laughing out loud when I push it.
You're like, yes, this is great. That's fantastic. What is one talent you wish you had?
Anything with technology.
Okay. Okay. That's a good
we
one.
live in that world and I don't have it.
Okay. What's your guilty pleasure TV show?
Right now it's Handmaid's Tale.
Ooh, I have not seen the whole thing. Is it like worth going and watching everything? I know the premise of it, but I've not.
I love studying people.
Okay.
The psychology behind it and the way that world was created.
Messy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's deep and it plays on a lot of like deep psychological things. So
Okay.
that's why I like it.
Okay. And is it one of those shows where you're like, okay, I can only watch one episode at a time and I need to take my time with it because it's just too much?
I
Or
need to
you
get
can-
it over with.
Oh, okay. So it's more the other opposite. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm like obsessed. I just need to get it over with. And
So I
then
can check that.
I can breathe. Because it's heavy and it's
is heavy.
dark. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to like watch some Friends or something after finishing it.
Always have
Something
like throw on some Golden Girls. It's gonna be fine.
It's going to be fine. Everything's okay.
Gotta have a little rose
This is
comedy,
fake.
and you're gonna be great. Yeah, exactly. If you could instantly master any instrument, what would it be?
The piano.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
If you could have dinner with any person, living or not, who would they be?
My dad.
Good one. What's the weirdest thing in your fridge right now?
I don't know. I love food. So sauerkraut. Is that weird?
That's a little weird. Yeah,
Okay.
not terrible. A
Okay.
little weird.
Yeah.
I had someone answer ice, and I was like, if you have ice in your fridge, that is weird.
Please explain.
Please
like, how did
tell
that
me more.
happen?
And then I said that, and they didn't get it. I was like, we're going to move on. Yeah. If you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
I'd be able to like go anywhere, snap of my
like
fingers.
teleportation.
Yes,
Oh,
that's the word.
yes.
Thank you. Couldn't think of the word.
Yeah, but I know where I want to go everywhere all the time. I love it. Yeah. What was the last thing that you Googled?
Probably perimenopause something.
Perimenopause, finish sentence. And then last one, what's one word your best friend would use to describe you?
Loving.
Perfect answer.
Thanks.
Look, you did it. How do people find you, your books, like connect with you online? I want everybody to kind of be able to follow this and get access to those books and those resources. Tell them how.
Thank you. So the little shot, SHOT.com, or my last name's hard to spell, but Tasha Eizinger.com.
Yes, and that's an EI, but you can look in the notes, obviously, on how to spell that. So, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Tasha.
Thank
This
you.
has been lovely.
This
I'm
is so
excited
fun.
to be on yours. I've loved having you on mine. If you guys have not connected with Tasha online, follow her, find her, get her books for you or your kiddos. And join us next month for another episode. Thanks, guys.